Now that you created your page, you want to be sure that it's well organized and displaying everything in a sort of a harmonious way. But how do you do that? Well, Squarespace is really clever that way and created like blocks and sections. And this video is all about telling you a little bit more about what they are, what they do, and how they work. This is part 4 out of 10 of our training academy for Squarespace. So to get organized with your sections on your website, all you have to do is head to your website. That's your dashboard. Click on your website and then navigate to your pages and click on your selected page, your chosen page. I am going to click on the themes page. Okay, now that I am here, I want to edit that particular page. I am going to click on the left hand side edit button, and I am now on the editing function of that page. And you can see here we have our theme. That's fine, but I want to actually add something else to that page. And how do you do that? So if you were to add a block here, things would get one on top of the other. It's very difficult to navigate. So to make life a little bit easier and make things easy to navigate and organize, Squarespace has divided the websites by sections. So let's go ahead and add a section here. So here you will be, whenever you click on that plus button to add a section, you will have here a number of options to choose from. You can always add a blank section. I often do that just because it allows me a little bit more freedom, but if you had your website designed by a designer, often you won't need to do like a full-on blank section. You can either use here or duplicate something that your designer has done for you. But in this case, I want to add a little contact form below the themes page. And again, guys, just the definition of the pages. We are not following any particular recipe. I am just showing how to add different pages and different sections to your website. So let's add a contact form, and then I want my contact form to be something like this here. And as you can see here, Squarespace has populated like this following section with like a form for you to edit and a little bit of text as well. And above this themes section here, I'd like to add a little bit of an introduction. So let's go ahead and click add section, and did you see that was above? So the section will go above that previous section. So let's go with an intro, and with that intro I am going to select this one here. And as you can see, we just added a section. Then now we can write a little blurb about our team and invite people to actually contact us. I can edit the image and add an image like we seen previously, and you can build your website brick by brick that way. Now you don't quite like this here anymore, like you're not so fond of it, you can come here, you can hover above the section and click remove. Remove section, yes, and that section is now gone. If you've done that by accident for whatever reason, or you think, no, I actually quite like that block, you can come back here and reinstate what you just have deleted. And this is a really good way to divide the website in portions that make sense, and they are bite-sized as well, so you don't end up with a massive long page that things start overlapping on top of each other. Like this is a really clever way of defining content and defining I would like to call like as little chapters of your page. So every page should tell a particular story, and within that page these sections are the little chapters. So the following video we will be talking about managing blogs and adding blog posts. But just before we head into this here, I just want to say that if you have a particular section of the website that you quite like, and you will be reusing that section quite often throughout your website, instead of having to build from the beginning every single time, once you've done all the alterations and you are ready to duplicate that in a different page of your website, all you have to do is go to the relevant section and click on the little save button. This has now been moved here to saved sections. So if we get out of this and let's click save, let's exit and go to our home page and let's edit. I would like my section for my team to show up here on my homepage. So all I have to do is add section, and then instead of like having to rebuild that section again, I can come back here to save the sections, and that will be stored there. So it's actually quite clever and quite handy. It saves you a lot of work for forms, for contact forms that you will put on your home page or on your contact page, your services page. It's very handy to have. And in case you really like the, for example, you quite like this layout of having 3 particular services displayed here at the top, and you don't want to rebuild that from the very beginning, what you can do within the same page is to duplicate that section by going to the section, hovering here and looking to duplicate. Once you duplicate, that same section will be moved immediately below that, and to rearrange that section within the website, all you have to do is to go to the arrows to move down or the arrows to move up. Yeah, and like that, as you can see, the section has now completely changed places. But I quite like just having one section. I'm just going to move that back here so you can see that I have this section here and this section here, and to delete it, all we have to do is go to the section and remove it. Okay, this is how you navigate the website sections and keep using the sections. If you want to add the block, always go to the section first and then add the block. You can't drag a block, for example, this text into the following section. You would need to go to the section above and actually add the block manually on that particular section. Okay, so keep an eye for our next post, which will be all about blogs.